What is up, obscure mic people? Bart coming at you yet again with another microphone video where I'm using my hands to do stuff, and I'm not sure what I'm doing. Just making hand gestures, man. Just making sweet hand gestures. Anyways, today we have a bargain for you in the form of the Tascam TM-280 large diaphragm condenser microphone in a nice carrying case with some accessories and all that good stuff. Got it for $65 on B&H. Thanks, Big Duck Energy. Wonder what that name means. Thanks, Big Duck, for pointing out that this thing was on sale for $65. I reviewed the TM-180 a while back ago, and I really wanted to do the 280 too, but I just didn't want to pay a lot for it because I am a tightwad. So I got this for $40, this for $65. So yeah, two large diaphragm condensers for a little over $100. Can't beat that. They say that this one is different than this one. I do want to open this up real quick. I'll get to the B-roll on this mic right here in a minute. They are indeed very different circuit board wise. So that's something very different, seemingly. And I gotta say, I actually I rather enjoyed the TM-180. I didn't think it was anything like super special or anything like that, but for $40, this was a steal in my opinion. Tascam TM-180. TM-280, is it also a steal? I don't know. We'll find out. I mean, you might already have made up your mind by hearing it, but let's cut to the B-roll and show you what you get in the box. All right, so when you open the Tascam TM-280 large diaphragm condenser, got a nice case with the Tascam logo on it, and boom shakalaka, we got some stuff. All right, first of all, we've got a shock mount, all metal, pretty nice shock mount. Has a mounting point for the pop filter, and there's the pop filter. Gotta say, that's a pretty nice pop filter that comes included with the microphone. So we can screw that right onto this. There we go, like so. We will use that also. And then of course we have the microphone, large diaphragm, 10 dB pad switch, and a low cut filter. Built well enough. Nothing super extraordinary, but nice enough. We'll show you the internals. There's the board, double-sided. Definitely a nice package for the $65 I paid for it. That's what she said. All right, before I get too far into this review of the Tascam TM-280, let's go ahead and plug in this microphone and see what the sound difference is real quick. All right, so this is the Tascam TM-180. Got the levels the same, no switches enabled, nothing different. And I gotta say, the TM-280 instantly provided a lot more warmth. So $65 on this one, already thinking I like it a lot more than the TM-180. TM-180 is still solid for $40, but let's go back to this. Man, whenever you go back and forth between the two, this Tascam TM-280 is pretty impressive. I am pleasantly surprised by the sound of this microphone. Let's see if it's still $65. I've had it for like 3 days, but let's check B&H real quick. Holy smokes, man. This microphone is $299 on Sweetwater. $299. I got it for $65. It is $95.77. I'll tell you what now. Let me holler at you here. She's so the Appalachia comes out strong sometimes. On B&H right now, it's $114 and the TM-180 is $65. So I'm really happy that Big Duck pointed this out for $65 because it's back at $114, but $114, not a bad price so far on this microphone. I am pleasantly surprised. $199 most places for the Tascam TM-280. $114 on B&H, still the place to get it, besides Amazon, $95.77. So we'll link it up on Amazon for $95.77. That's a pretty good price, honestly, and everything you get in the package. Granted, I like the $65 I paid a little more, but man, pretty solid. I digress. Let's get to some tests. That's a good rhyme. I digress. Let's get to some tests. If I do sound just a little bit nasally, allergies are kicking my buttocks this time of year. Normally don't have issues with them, but this year especially kind of getting me. Plosives first. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled pineapple pizza. Cut the mic out a little bit, but Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled pineapple pizza. Not good. Got some snap, crackle, pop, Rice Krispie treats all up in my ears, but let's use the provided pop filter that can attach to the shock mount, which is, again, like pretty good package for $65 or $95.77. Not bad for that either. Let's go pop filter. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled pineapple pizza. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled pineapple pizza. This pop filter works very, very well. It's a dual layer nylon pop filter, good quality, metal bracket, plastic ring, but pretty good. Pretty good. Peter, pick a pepper. Pretty good. That, yeah, this is a good package. That's what she said right off the rip. It's good. Now let's get up on the microphone. I should just go Appalachian the whole time. Maybe allergies make me more Appalachian. When you get right up on the microphone, this is what she sounds like when you get your lips real close to her capsule. This is what the microphone sounds like. See, even though I have an accent and I am aware that I have an accent, it could be worse, brothers and sisters. It indeed could be worse. But it is what it is. Tell you something about us Ohio folk, me and my wife included, the Kentucky accents, they get us. They get us. So damn cute. My buddy, Outlaw Night Shift, so cute, that accent. His ain't that bad. Ain't. You hear me say ain't? Good God. Appalachia all the way tonight. Okay, let's do some off-axis rejection. Talking in rejection. The allergies they're real. It's causing problems. Okay, let's talk into the front of the microphone, go 90 degrees off axis rejection. Pretty good for a condenser. 180 degrees off axis rejection. Not bad. 90 degrees off axis and then back around to the front of the microphone. A lot of people really quite like the TM-180 from Tascam. And I think the TM-280 is absolutely an improvement over that one. I'm pretty sure most people aren't going to be able to tell the difference between this and a much more expensive microphone. Granted, the price is all over the map on this thing right now, but if you keep your eyes peeled, I imagine it's going to go $65 again on a B&H or something like that. The top end is actually quite smooth in my opinion. It is not anything more than just a tiny bit grainy. And I imagine that has something to do with the capsule. I imagine the capsule is not of the expensive variety. It's one of those knockoff capsules. If I had to guess, the white ring always kind of gives it away. But that's not to say that I'm 100% on that. That might not be. There's really only one left in stock on Amazon. Come on. But the internals are definitely coming into play here and taking this capsule and smoothing out the top end and adding in some warmth and adding in some clarity. This thing has some fantastic clarity. This thing is really impressive, again, for the price that I paid and for the price that you might pay if you get it for $95.77. I don't know if they're discontinuing these. That's why we're getting this lower price. They've been around for a while. I doubt they're discontinuing them, but nice. Let's go ahead and play with the pads and filters and all that good all that good stuff. First, the 10 decibel pad. Talking in the microphone, going to engage the pad now. Please be aware that it could cause a pop in your ears, or it may not. In 3, 2, 1. Now the 10 decibel pad is on. This is what that sounds like. So let's go low cut filter. And luckily when I touch the mic, no feedback, no nothing, none of that grounding issues or anything like that. Good to go. Low pass, low cut. Here we go. High pass, low pass, high cut, low cut. Now we've got the low cut filter on, high pass filter on. It's one of those nights. The allergies are getting me, but this is what it sounds like with that high pass filter enabled. Still sounds pretty good. Still sounds even a little warmer than the TM-180 if I have to say so myself. Let's go back to flat mode. Now we are back to flat mode, and I like the sound in flat mode. I think it sounds fantastic, especially for what was paid for it. I would have zero qualms about using this full time. No issues at all. Let's throw a little processing on the Rodevocaster 1, which is what I'm using to record this review demo Appalachian speak convention. All right, here we go. We are going to go to a radio sound first. So this is the Tascam TM-280 with the radio sound, the radio processing on the Vocaster 1. And listen, I will vouch again for the Vocaster series, the 1 and the 2. Can you fine-tune the processing? No. But is the processing really good for one touch-and-go processing? Yes. Also, I have a little trick video with the Vocaster 2 coming up. Stay tuned for that. Not so much a trick specifically for it, but just a nice podcast trick. Anyways, let's switch over. All right, this is the clean sound on the microphone. More top end for days. I think it had enough top end as it was. I don't think I would use the clean setting. Let's go to warm. Okay, now we are on the warm setting for the Tascam TM-280, and this tames that top end just a tiny bit, and I think that sounds pretty good, just like the radio sound. Now we're going to go to bright, which I imagine I won't like. Now we are on the bright setting, and this is what it sounds like, and it's not as bad as no, it might be as bad as the clean. It's pretty vibratey up top there. Back to radio setting, back to warm setting. Warm is my favorite. Let's turn enhancement off. All right, now we've got the enhancement off, and I think the microphone sounds just fine. No processing, but of course, you know, you enable that processing, you're going to get some light compression. You're going to get some different lows and highs combinations out of those 4 presets on the Vocaster 1. And ultimately, at the end of the day, I think one of those settings are going to make you happy on just about every mic, which is why I like the Vocaster 1 and Vocaster 2. I own them both. $99 and $150. How can you go wrong? They're podcaster dreams. And they don't cost nearly as much as those big podcast production studios. Anyways, Tascam TM-280. I am highly impressed. This is going to enter some mic battles. I'm sure the TM-180 will as well. If you want to watch some mic battles, I recently put the Lewitt LCT-240 up against the SE-X1A, and the LCT-240 has run away with that one. The Lewitt LCT-240 is the mic to beat right now. If this stays at $100, this will be a great competitor against the LCT-240. We'll just have to see if the price sticks, at least in one spot across the internet. As far as cons go real quick, I do get just a little more sibilance than normal. Not anything crazy, and it's actually something that could be tamed with a light de-esser. It's nothing crazy. I wouldn't even worry about it that much, but I do hear it enough to mention it. So that would be one of the few cons of this device, actually. Everything else is really good. I cannot complain for $65. That being said, let's take it to the BBSAR. On the BBSAR, I am going to give the Tascam TM-280. I'm going to rate this on a price range of $65 to $95. That way we cover the current lowest price and the lowest price at which I got it, which was $65. But for that price, I am going to go a little crazy on this and give the Tascam TM-280 a score of a 9. That's right, a 9. I think it's great. Honest to God, think it's great. There's nothing particularly off-putting about it. I think it sounds really good. It's got a great podcast sound. It's got a great sound for vocals, I believe. Again, a little bit of warmth added to this mic, or just shave a hair off the top end, and it's going to sound absolutely fantastic, in my opinion, depending on the voice. But for the $65 I paid for this thing, I am ecstatic over the way it sounds. I think it sounds like a $200 or $300 mic. Easy, no problem. Digging it. Tascam. I don't love your dynamic microphones. I don't really love the TM-80. The TM-180 was pretty great for $40. The TM-280, a bit of a triumph. I really like this one a lot. There you go. So with that, the Tascam TM-280 is out of here. I'm out of here. Be sure to rate, review, subscribe. That's a podcast thing. Rate, review, and da-da-da-da. I don't think you can rate on YouTube. See how bad I am about asking for subs and likes and all that stuff? But if you could, just because growth has slowed. Hit like, subscribe, notification bell, all that typical YouTube garb. Help a brother out. Help me move up the algorithms a little bit. Normally I don't ask. Normally I don't care. But I would like to quit my job at some point and do a video every single freaking day of my life. Maybe. Obscure Mics. Peace out.